you intend to use the existing conventions of a music video for your music video?
Well, we intend to use basically the most common convention, which is obviously the use of camera angles. In a lot of rock music videos, they have a lot of close-ups and extreme close-ups, as well as medium close-ups kind of thing, to basically portray an element of a character's story, as this is going to be a narrative-based video with the mixture of edits such as fast editing and kind of slow edits to basically set the scene for the rest of the video, because it's the best way to portray the story. Of course, there's another convention, which is of course the dark clothing. In a lot of rock music videos there's going to be a lot of dark clothing, and we've decided to more or less go along with this convention, as it also sets the tone for the overall narrative, so we've also gone with a lot of dark clothes for our video.
So my next question is, how do you develop existing conventions on what you have found through research?
Well, basically through the research stage we asked members of the public what they liked in music videos, and through this research we discovered that the majority of them, they prefer to have more of a narrative-based video. So from this we decided to develop on this idea by making the video 100% narrative, and therefore we're going to go against that common convention of music videos where they show the band or the artist playing instruments or singing. We decided to make it entirely a narrative, because we believe that it's more impactful to the audience and therefore much more enjoyable and watchable.
So my last question for today is, how do you plan on challenging existing forms of the rock genre within the media?
Well, as I said before, we made a very conscious decision not to include the band or the artist within the video, because we think it takes away from the overall narrative and it takes the audience out of the kind of mood that the video sets. So yeah, because of that we decided to make it entirely narrative based. And another thing that's quite common within music videos is a lot of the artists have long black hair that the majority of the time they like to do headbanging, which gets those really cool shots of the hair moving. We decided not to incorporate that in any shape or form, or any kind of music trope like that, because it takes away from the overall narrative, because it's such a powerful song.
Go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut him down, tell him that God's gonna cut him down.
How do you intend to use existing conventions of a digipack?
Well, as the executive producer and editor, I am one of the main people for actually creating the digipack, and I'm going to be basically designing it, so I've got most of the power within my grasp to create anything I want for the digipack to make it go with the actual convention of a rock album. Also, another convention that we're going to follow is just putting the lyrics in the album. It just seems obvious to do, but it's something that we need to do for the songs that we're creating.
How will you develop existing conventions that you have found?
Well, through research, the modern digipacks of like rock seem to have no band members on the front, which we're going to take and go forward with and have an image on the front instead of the band members.
How do you plan to challenge existing conventions?
Well, the way that we're going to challenge existing conventions of the digipack is by basically having the album name bigger than the band's name, which doesn't really happen over the rock digipacks of the modern day. It's usually the band name much bigger than